Puerto Rico is still recovering from the devastation of Hurricanes Irma and Maria. The island is bracing for what's already been predicted as an active hurricane season. San Juan Mayor Carmen Yulin Cruz made the rounds after the storms to fight for federal aid for the people. She has special ties to Chicago and was here to talk about recovery efforts. The Gem's Dianna Gutierrez caught up with her at the National Museum of Puerto Rican Arts and Culture in Humboldt Park.
Puerto Ricans were discarded, discounted, neglected.
San Juan Mayor Carmen Yulin Cruz says the Windy City has a history of helping Puerto Rico.
But they always said, no, we're not going to take this. And in a very peaceful manner, but in a very convincing manner, made sure that the rights of the people of Puerto Rico were intact.
First, it was Hurricane Irma, then Hurricane Maria, and 5 days after Maria hit, the federal government said their hands were tied. Chicagoans stepped in, donating 75,000 pounds of aid.
That was the first food that we received when there's total darkness and then there's a flicker of light. It's as if the skies have opened, and that's the way we felt.
Fast forward 8 months later, and the fight continues.
500,000 roofs still are in total disarray, or there's no roof at all. Blue has become the color of pain.
As for the energy system, Cruz says people on the island take turns.
Relevos de carga means that I will have electricity for a couple of hours in my neighborhood, and then your neighborhood will have electricity for the next couple of hours.
Cruz says you cannot let the lights in San Juan blind you.
They're increasing the university tuition. They're lowering pensions. Just imagine somebody beats you up, and you've paid that person to beat you up, and then they demand more to take you to the hospital. That's exactly what's happening.
500 schools are closing, ripping communities apart.
So you either will stop going to school, but you will also say, I'm not going to get in a car. I don't have a car to go vote on the next side of town.
And in the midst of all of this, there's massive gentrification.
500,000 Puerto Ricans have been estimated to move outside of Puerto Rico. In the past 2 years, 500 millionaires and billionaires have moved into Puerto Rico. So it begs the question, who is Puerto Rico for?
Right now, it's a race against time to make sure the island is prepared.
At the municipality, we're ensuring that all of our clinics have the necessary resources. And people forget FEMA is an insurance.
That you have to pay.
And you have to pay first, and then they reimburse you.
So far, Puerto Rico has received $3.6 million, but it took 2 months to get that money back.
To make sure that FEMA gets their act together and is a lot more efficient in reimbursing the money.
Maria changed a lot on the island. The mayor says she's not the same person she was before the storm.
I saw things that no human should have to see. It's the ones we didn't get to that will haunt me forever.
But the tables of hope, love, and freedom are starting to turn.
Maria, you may have taken my home, but you didn't take my spirit. En español es la cría boricua.
Do we call it the mainland?
When you call it the mainland, then that means we're the leftover land.
Right.
And language does matter.
Cruz wants to make one thing clear. This is about saving people's lives.
It isn't about partisan politics, which is something that President Trump never understood. And if Maria thought that she was going to beat us down so that we couldn't stand up, she doesn't know us.